ex-wife tossed our family aside to explore 10 years ago. She thought she could return to our lives as if nothing happened. But now she can't accept that I'm happily married. My ex-wife, Cass, 40, and I were high school sweethearts. We thought we were each other's soulmates, and we eloped while in college. We had our daughter, Kendall, right after we graduated college. Our time married was normal. We were happy and in love. I would be excited to come home from work and see her and Kendall. And I was happy to spend the rest of my life like that. That was until we went on a vacation to Hawaii for our anniversary. She had always wanted to go, and I had saved up for a trip as a gift, and she was, of course, ecstatic. On the third day of our trip, I got food poisoning and decided to take the day off and rest. Cass offered to stay the day with me, but I told her not to let me slow her down, to go off and enjoy the day, have fun, and I'll be here when she gets back. I switched between running to the toilet and sleeping basically all day and didn't realize that she hadn't gotten back by 12, 3, or even 5 a.m. In fact, she hadn't gotten back until the next morning when she woke me up saying she needed to talk to me. She told me that she had gone to the resorts bar yesterday and met two 18-year-old boys who she had spent the day with having fun flirting and having intimacy with, and she had decided that she wanted this. We had rushed into getting married right after high school and she had never gotten the chance to explore intimately and meet other options. She said she knew she'd resent me if she went back to her normal boring life after this and decided she wanted a divorce to life, the life she never got to during our marriage. To say I was blindsided would be an understatement. The woman who had been my whole life since I was 16 had cheated on me and decided she didn't want our marriage anymore. I asked her what about our home, our daughter? What were we going to tell our family? What about our life? She only said she still loved me but needed to follow her heart and stay here. She would let me keep the house and she knew it would be selfish to take our daughter away from that, so she was willing to give me full custody and she would pay child support as well as fly our daughter out to see her whenever she wanted. The divorce was finalized a year later. She was already living in Hawaii that whole time with a sea of lovers. She would visit her family and Kendall each time she was home with a new younger guy when she had to come back for court. Every time I expressed an issue with her bringing random men around my daughter the few times she would see her, she would say I was threatening her and get her new guy to defend her, also known as them trying to threaten me and act macho or whatever, so I just disengaged. The hardest part of the divorce was seeing my daughter be devastated that her mom was no longer around. Not only was I heartbroken and hurt myself, but I was heartbroken for my daughter. No child deserves to sob and cry all night because their mom is not around. All I heard for months was my daughter sobbing at night, crying for her mommy. 2 years later, I met my now wife Vanessa. I had ended up moving to the city to be closer to my family, and because the town and house brought back memories of the life I thought I had, I transferred to the city's branch of my company, and there she was. She was basically the opposite of my ex. Tall, black hair. She honestly had, and still has, a bit of a goth look, but she was beautiful and sweet. Cass was a short Latina albeit also beautiful woman who had the whole BTCH with a heart of gold thing going on in when we met and never really changed. Honestly, Vanessa kind of intimidated me when we first met, and I still had trust issues from Cass's betrayal, so we started off as friends. We got along fantastic, and things just fell into place. She had also been cheated on and left by her ex for another woman, and he had essentially abandoned my now stepson Nick when he was a baby. We both had trust issues, so we took it slow, then found love with each other. After 3 years, I asked her to marry me. My family loves her and even admitted they love her more than they ever did. Cass has been a fantastic stepmom to Kendall and I officially adopted Nick a year ago, and as of 6 months ago, we are expecting another baby girl.